Mr. Chair, I rise to offer an amendment to H.R. 21, the Strategic Production Response Act. My amendment removes the needless, burdensome paperwork for federal agencies and simply says that the Department of Energy should seek to stock the Strategic Petroleum Reserve with American-produced energy. This will help Americans, including my constituents, who commute hours, countless hours every day across our expansive state, save money at the gas pump. If the goal is to support American workers, then my amendment to prioritize existing American production is the answer. If the point of this legislation is to support American workers in the energy industry, many of whom are in the Permian Basin in New Mexico, then I urge my colleagues to support my amendment. Pass my amendment to prioritize domestic energy over reliance on foreign nations. Because the reality is that the bill before us today adds more government bureaucracy and more needless paperwork. Why would we pass a bill that would delay using the SPR in the times of our country's greatest need? The Strategic Petroleum Reserve is a critical tool to ensure that Americans don't pay for these global energy shocks. H.R. 21 is a bill to make Americans pay higher prices for longer. This doesn't make sense. Last week, as I mentioned, I was in my district, traveling across the vast district, almost the size of the state of Pennsylvania, and I heard directly from my constituents, from energy officials, from folks that are in Carlsbad and Hobbs, and I know what it means to support American workers. Mr. Chair, if we want to support our workers, we should pass my amendment to guarantee that the first place we turn to restock the SPR is right here in the United States without the needless paperwork. I urge my colleagues to support my amendment, and I yield back. Thank you.
The gentleman from New Mexico yields back his time. For what purpose does the gentleman seek recognition?
Mr. Chair, I rise in opposition to the amendment.
The gentleman is designated 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Plain and simple, this amendment is unnecessary and misguided. And not to mention, it strikes the whole bill. You know, maybe a lesson is needed for our friends across the aisle. You know, the United States is the world's largest energy producer, in case y'all didn't know that. And combined with our allies, Canada and Mexico, North America is the world's largest energy superpower. Our network of pipelines, production platforms, and refineries span our borders, providing the American people with energy security that is absolutely unmatched around the world. Let me repeat that. Absolutely unmatched around the world. Our refineries along the Gulf Coast, which I have the third upper part of the Gulf Coast of the state of Texas, are the most complex and technically advanced in the entire world, bar none. We take crude of oil of all grades from around the world and make valuable fuels and refined products that actually drive our entire economy. This amendment would cut off a valuable source of energy, just like when President Biden canceled the Keystone XL pipeline. I think I heard them say that they were about helping American workers. And how many jobs were lost when he canceled the Keystone pipeline? For that reason, Mr. Chair, I urge a no vote on this amendment because it will make America less energy secure, the exact opposite purpose of H.R. 21, the bill before us. And Mr. Chair, I yield back.